What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and you're watching our ACC football channel.
What's going on, guys? So today we're going to talk about the best college football program today. And no, it is not the Alabama Crimson Tide. We're actually going to talk about the defending national champions, the Clemson Tigers. Specifically, I want to get into what really makes them the best college football program, setting them miles apart from the rest of their conference, the ACC, and possibly the rest of the country. Even the big dogs like Georgia and Alabama, why they can't even keep up with Clemson. And maybe even who may be able to rival them in the future, specifically in the ACC. So first off, some background on why Clemson is the best. And when I say the best, I mean, yes, they are coming off of their second national championship in 3 years. Their second victory over the Alabama Crimson Tide in 3 years for the national championship. They've really set themselves apart from the rest of the competition. In the past 4 years, starting in 2015, the Clemson Tigers are 46-2 in the regular season. The only team to have a record close to it, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And guess the record, 46-2. Among that time, Clemson has won 4 consecutive ACC championships. And with those ACC championships, they've received 4 consecutive playoff appearances. In those playoff appearances, as I've already said, they have won 2 national championships, both within the past 3 years. In 2015, they did go 12-0 in the regular season, losing the national championship to Alabama. 2016, they went 11-1 with that tough loss to Pittsburgh, but it paid off because they went on to win the national championship against Alabama. 2017, once again went 11-1, this time losing in Syracuse. That season was not so lucky. They went on to lose in the playoff against, you guessed it, Alabama. And then the one we all know, most fresh on our mind, the 2018 season, they did go 12-0 in the regular season, defeating Alabama once again in the national championship to go 15-0, a perfect season. The big question is, how are they doing it? If you look at the recruiting aspect of Clemson, they're not recruiting national championships. They're developing it. The past 4 years, in their 4 years of dominance, in 2015, they had the 9th best recruiting class in the country, which, I mean, there are 115, 120 teams wishing they could have the 9th best recruiting class, but that is no Alabama, who repeatedly is amongst the top 2. They did finish second in the ACC as far as recruiting that year as well. The following year, 2016, they finished 11th in the country, just outside of the top 10, and once again second in the ACC. And then in 2017, they took a bit of a dip. It was the first year, it was the only year out of these 4 actually where they did not make the national championship, and their recruiting class had fallen back to the 16th best in the country and the 3rd best in the ACC. Now 2018, of course, their perfect season, 15-0, they jumped back up into the top 10 with the 7th best recruiting class in the country and the absolute best in the ACC. Now, when we think of Clemson, we know they're not the recruiting team. They're not the Alabama. They don't recruit the best of the best always. But 3 words specifically come to mind when I think of this Clemson football team and this program. And those 3 words are tradition, development, and family. Dabo Swinney has really built a great program around those three words. If you look at their coaching staff, their defensive coordinator, who is probably one of the best defensive coordinators in the country, the game he coached against Alabama in the national championship was phenomenal. He took a superstar quarterback and an absolutely amazing offense and completely shut it down. Brett Venables really should receive all of the praise possible for that national championship win. And he could honestly go to most of the teams in this country and say, hey, I'd like to be your head coach, and they'd hire him. He's that good. I really think he will one day be a head coach, and hopefully he will have a program like the one he's coaching at now in Clemson. But he's been there as their defensive coordinator since 2012. So he was here long before the 4-year run that they've had with 2 losses in the regular season. He was here long before that. Hopefully he'll be here long after. There's no telling. I am excited to see where his career goes in the future, though. And Tony Elliott, he is the co-offensive coordinator at Clemson, and he has been the co-offensive coordinator since 2015 when they started this run. He joined the Clemson coaching staff in 2011 as the running back coach, and he was promoted in 2015. And as you can see, it worked out pretty well for him. He's had a pretty good 4-year stretch. But who's going to challenge this Clemson team? This Clemson team that's built upon tradition and family and developing their players and forming these great team bonds and team chemistry greater than probably any other team in the country.
Thank you for watching this video. If you are an ACC football fan, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us your thoughts down in the comments below. And for the latest in ACC football, keep it right here.